Okay, folks, so today we are going to be opening this box, New Arrivals, for the humidor. And it is going to be the second cigar in our factory or retailer exclusive series. It is the Shadow King, which is only available through Famous Smoke. Let's open these up. Now, Shadow King is a blend of 5 different tobaccos from different regions. And it is a creation of AJ Fernandez. So, made in Esteli, as you can see here. Handmade in Esteli by AJ Fernandez. And this is our first look, folks. Okay, folks, so today we are going to be doing the exclusive cigar that you can get only from Famous Smoke, online retailer, and it is the Shadow King. Really nice band there, very good construction. These are some of my favorite cigars. It is made by AJ Fernandez in Esteli. It uses tobaccos from 5 different regions. And it is incredibly affordable from Famous Smoke. So let's get this lit, get it started, see what we find. Yeah, these average, when you buy them by the box, they average about, I want to say that's about $5 or $6 a cigar. Okay, nice little cut there. Lots of chocolate flavors mixed together on the cold draw. Get a milk chocolate, you get a little bit of a dark chocolate come through that, a little bit of cocoa. And just a touch of leather in the background. It is a very, very flavorful cigar. Now this is their, I want to say this one is a 54 gauge by 7.5 or 7 1/4. I'll put that in here in a moment. And it is a very big cigar, but it's a short smoke. By short, I mean about 45 minutes. You'd expect longer out of something like this, but the reason why is because the filler is not wrapped very tightly. So with it being a little looser, it burns quicker. So take your time. Don't draw too much on it because you don't want to overheat the cigar. Yeah, because that, of course, will kill your flavors. Smoke it as slow as you can, but it's going to be very easy to draw on. So let's get it lit up. Good amount of smoke coming off of it. And you're just hit by that well-balanced, deeper chocolate flavor. This is even bordering on a dessert cigar almost. So let's get into it a bit, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so we're just a little bit into it. It's already broken off, and that is something you need to know about this, is when the tobacco is loosely packed, the ash is going to come off a lot quicker. Okay, so let's take a look at the amount that fell off. So there you can see it. It's about a ½ inch, so expect it to come off at about every ½ inch. And I know that may seem like a lot of trouble, and you do lose the benefits of the buffering, the heat control from having a big ash. But I'm telling you, in the end, the smoking experience on this is still great. It is a very, very good cigar. So don't let that discourage you. Just be aware of it. Let's get a little bit further in so I can tell you about the flavor changes. Okay, so now we are about almost 2 inches in, and let's take a look at the burn. So you will see fairly even. Now that looks a little bit bigger on the screen, but that's about a ½ inch difference from one side to the next. As loosely packed as the tobacco is in here, you would expect some pretty big variances, and this is about the largest that you'll see. It burns fairly even, so you don't have that mixture of flavors as it transitions. Speaking of flavors, so now that we're again right around that 1 7/8 inches in, almost 2 inches in, we're getting a little bit of twang, very subtle, way in the background, the sign of the fermentation of the leaves. It is very pleasant. The chocolate is still very, very present, and you're getting some nuttiness to it. The smoke on heaviness, as far as the impact of the cigar, is about a medium. It's not overwhelming by any means, but it is enough that you're getting full flavor from it. So it is not a cigar that's gonna just let you ignore it. Speaking of ignoring it, because it is loosely packed, you don't want to put it down for too long. If you go, excuse me, if you go too long between puffing on it, it is gonna die. So it's not like you're constantly having to smoke on it, but don't leave it for too long. Don't leave it for more than a couple minutes, I would say. The cigar is going to treat you good. So let's smoke a little bit more, and I'll be right back. So see that the burn is, it's decent. It's not completely even, but it's not running. You'll never have, in my experience with the Shadow King, you'll never have the furrows, you'll never have the big runs or the burn throughs that you can get even on a lot of the really premium cigars. And I know I said earlier it's about a medium impact on the cigar. Let me put it in perspective. So this is the morning. It's what, I think it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Outside enjoying nature. Haven't had breakfast. I have had a cup of coffee, but no breakfast, empty stomach, and this is still perfectly fine. It's nice and flavorful. It's a really good way to start the day. I frequently smoke these in the evening before going to bed. It's one of my go-to cigars, one of my staple everyday smokes, because the price is so affordable and the flavor is so good. And you're not having to preload your stomach with a lot of food just to make sure that it's balanced enough because it's too heavy. You just, low maintenance cigar, I guess is what I'm saying. The flavor is really, really good. There's that maybe a little twang, little candiness from the fermentation in the background. You don't get that with a lot of cigars, even aged cigars. So it's a nice addition to the palate. The wrapper is incredible. Let's see if we can get a close look on this. Very veiny. It's very leathery. It's not too oily. It is just very, very good. The cap construction is amazing. Let's see if I can get it to focus there. Let's see here. Touch that. It's hard to get it to focus, but wrapper is great. The binder's great. The packing is good. Light but good. No complaints on this cigar whatsoever. Let's get a little deeper in it, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we're down into the last half now, and you can see the burn has pretty much evened out for the most part. Very even. We're going to take the wrapper off in just a second. Right now we're getting into more of like a leather and cream is coming up. The smoothness of it has increased. Excuse me, but of course I'm pretty sure that's in conjunction with that cream flavor. Now the band, when taking the band off, it does stick a little bit, and there is a little bit of color transfer, but not much. I have never had one where it stuck to the wrapper, so we are good there. And you can see it comes off nice and clean. No damage to the wrapper whatsoever. And that's the thing, is you can still get even super premium brands. Cohiba, where the glue, the pectin will sometimes leak over past paper to paper contact and get on the wrapper, and then when you take it off, it tears a little bit. It's one of my pet peeves. I hate that. So very good constructed band. It's not super thick, but it's about a medium thickness. Stays together very good. And of course, I really like the graphics on this thing. This is pretty neat. So I will see you again in a bit. Okay, so I thought this would be a good way to show you how loose the tobacco is on here. As the burn happens, you see these cracks, these fissures that can go all the way through the ash. And yeah, as you can see, the burn is gotten back to where it's really even for the most part. And yep, very good coloration. You'll see, you know, the burn rings on there. Let's move back a little bit. There you go. But those cracks and those fissures are why the ash comes off early on. So there you go. You see my Akita sleeping in the background back there. She is a happy camper to just come out and be in my vicinity. She's 8 years old now, and she is a good girl. Okay, let's get back to smoking. Okay, guys, so we're in the back end now. Based on my experience, the flavor is going to stay pretty consistent from here on. And what I'm about to say is going to be a little bit crazy. But to get these flavors, what I would do is I would throw in a little bit of cocoa, a little bit of peanuts, a little bit of cream, and some leather into a blender. It is not quite, but nearing a background similar to Reese's Pieces candy with the chocolate and the peanut butter, with a forefront of leather in it. And there's a creaminess to it. So this is a really good finishing cigar. A lot of times with blends, especially you know, AJ Fernandez and other blenders, they go with a little bit more woody, leathery finish. This one's got some of that sweetness coming back in, balanced with the peanuts. So it is a very, very nice cigar at the end. Let's get into the rest of the presentation. Let's look at shoot, I don't even remember what I was going to say. Let's look at the rest of the video that's the non-smoking part, and we'll wrap it up. I really recommend you go to Famous Smoke online and give the Shadow King a try. I'll see you on the next video. The manufacturer, of course, is AJ Fernandez. This is a cigar that's exclusive to famous smoke cigar.com. It's being created by AJ. You know the cigar is going to have something to say, and it is one of my favorite. Very little is known in detail about this blend, and that's why I wanted to bring this review to you. Now, with this cigar, it's going to come in 4 different sizes. My favorite is the Churchill at 7x50, and it averages to only $5.10 a cigar. That's right, folks. You can get an incredible AJ cigar for just $5. It's quite a deal. Now, the blend. The wrapper is an Ecuadorian Oscuro Sumatra. The binder is Mexican. The filler is a mixture of Nicaraguan, Dominican, and Honduran. 5 different tobacco leaves go into this blend. Now, it's a dark chocolate colored wrapper. It's smooth, as you'll see from the video, but it's not too oily. The cap is great. Matter of fact, the overall construction of the cigar is excellent. It's firm to the fill. It does hold the heat from the burn very well, but it does go out easily because of how loosely packed the tobacco is. That also means that this is going to be a quick smoke. Don't be fooled by the sizes. Now, one disclaimer that I put into these exclusive videos, and that is never disregard a budget cigar. You can miss a lot of great cigars if you try to avoid that lower price tag or pass on exclusives. Matter of fact, my recommendation is always to use 10% of your budget, your cigar budget, to try new things. You'd be amazed at the things that you'll find out there. I hope that you enjoyed the smoking portion of this video. Just wrapping things up with ratings and final thoughts. I love this cigar. It is a medium weight smoke, it's a good all day smoke, and it does not take a lot of time to finish. It's a good alternative to a dessert blend, and as you saw from the video, it is also a great morning blend. The flavors, construction, and after effects, I say they're bold because you get a lot of flavor. They're not shocking, they're not disturbing, they're not too strong, but they are very, very good flavor. Now, the build, I'd give it a 9, the draw, and 7. Overall, the flavor, a 7. The smoothness of finish, a 7. And consistency, an 8. And I absolutely think you should buy this by the box, folks. You're not going to be disappointed. Thank you for watching this video, and we will see you on the next review we have. Thank you.